Good evening. We are back with another phenomenal woman tonight, and we are going to talk about how to become an entrepreneur. For those that are entrepreneurs, hierdie prachtige dame met haar wit hare, sy word bekend as die vrou met die wit hare, is going to tell you a bit more about her journey and what you need to do to become the successful entrepreneur you want to be. So for those who are only joining us tonight for the first time, every night for the month of August, we have been doing or interviewing women that is taking us on this journey of womanhood, right? So as women, we go through different phases, and so we're talking about a lot of topics. But tonight we have exciting. Ons gaan nie hele aan die trane is opgedroog. As niks tissues wat julle hoef te hou nie, and we are going to talk about entrepreneurship. So with us we have Vanessa. She is with the Brown Girl Kreations. Nou vir wie so wat jy weet van Brown Girl Kreations is, ek wil vir julle wys. This is the bags that they do. So my kinders sê, here's my personal bag, want is 'n vrou met dreads. So I was like, mommy, that's your bag. And yeah, so we tonight have the lady behind this creations, and she's going to talk about her journey. So tonight we're going to welcome Vanessa, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then we're going to go into the interview. Hallo Vanessa, hoe gaat het?
Hi, goeienaand. Het gaan goed, dankie. Dis nice om hier te wees. En ja.
Ja. So wie is Vanessa? Wie is Vanessa en wat doen Vanessa?
Well, Vanessa is Vanessa. Ek sal myself sien as 'n normale vrou. En ja, ek het 'n meisiekind. Ek is getroud. En ja, ek hou maar van my besig met allerlei dinge. Yes, I did say. Okay, ek het eintlik my meisiekind wat vanaand hier langs aan my sit, Tandy. En
Hello.
So ja. So ja, ek hou maar van my besig in die gemeenskap. Ek hou van my besig. Okay. Okay. So ja, dan is ek die founder van Brown Girl Kreations en ja, dan doen ek sê die co-founder van die Natural Beauty Squad. En dan is ek doen ook die mentoring program waar mense wat ons business workshops hou en dan so obviously then people can tap into that where they can actually where we take participants that does the business workshop and we put them on the mentoring program. I'm actually in partnership with the young people at work. And ja, dan wat ons ook kan maak, dan is ek met die PGK Youth Development wat 'n Brown Girl Kreations is nou die wat gelink is, die youth development wat ek verskillende I'm doing trainings, I'm doing feeding schemes, I'm doing various things from the organization itself.
So baie besige vrou, kan ons dit sê? Baie besig. Hoe het jy op die journey van entrepreneurship gekom? How did it start for you?
You know what? My journey is actually quite personal. My journey is personal, meaning that when I started this my entrepreneurial journey, I would say that my hare kan almal mos nou sien is mos nou grys. And I just got tired of dyeing my hair. And that is where the journey started. Then I started joining the natural movement. As was in different movements as was nou gewees daarso. So then I started my journey there and wat ek op die journey van gehou het nê. Ek het vroue gesien wat net hulle journeys embrace wat het natural of curvy nie, but I see women of color. En vir my was daai baie nice inspiration. En nie daai nie, dit was 'n support groep van alles. En toe dink ek, you know what, en wat ek van gehou het is dat almal was uniek. En toe het ek met Molly Gray gepraat, ek remember met Queen Molly Gray en ek sê toe vir haar, ek wil nou graag nou iets, ek wil nou my hare ding, sy sê my embrace your grey, ek dink, o Here, hoe kan ek nou my hare wil grey wil? But yeah, the Brown Girl Kreations was basically it came through my hair and my journey started through my hair. En toe besef ek net so almal die vroue doen dan nog goed te vir hulle selfs. Wat gaan ek nou doen? Ek wil graag iets doen. And that is where I saw the different movements. And I know women love bags and then it all started with the bags to portray a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's baie unique. Ek wil gewoon net weer my bag wys. You see die? I've got the little dread lady. So
Yeah.
it's baie unique. En wat ek hou van die bags is the moment you step into in a place. That's the eerste ding wat hulle notice. It's like it's no longer, it becomes about looking at you. It's like the bag is making a statement for you. En ek meen baie keer as vroumense ons is baie stil, ons is baie intiem, ons wil nie sê wat ons voel, but the bag kind of is almost my conversation breaker. Wanneer jy in by die kamer kom, almal vra, "Hi, wat is die bag en wat gaan aan?" And that is how you start connecting. So
yes, and the bag is basically to start the conversation, because what I've realized is that sometimes you get people that's introvert, and you also get people that they suffer from a lot of like self-esteem, or hulle kan net hulle self accepting. So the bag basically is the conversation. I'm starting a conversation with you because I want to invite you on my journey to freedom. Because once you embrace who you are, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. So die gryskop explain vir niemand niks nie. Dit is my hare. Ek is okay met dit. Ek het nie slapelose nagte daaroor nie. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I know you work with Frank Julie, so whenever niemand hoeft te vra wat Vanessa daar nie. Ons almal weet sy was daar.
Yes.
How besides now, wanneer jy begin as 'n entrepreneur, obviously you must have the idea, né? Maar dan how did the business side of everything, hoe daai gedevelop of het dit net naturally gekom?
You know what? In 2020, when everybody was going through the COVID, I had this idea that I wanted to start a business. And I really wanted to do something with my life and do something that I really wanted to do for me. And I was going through a very challenging time that time. And toe kom ek ook net die idea dat die bags kom. En met COVID vir 'n vrou wat nou iets wil begin, jy weet jare gelede toe se ouers altyd iets begin, maar nou moet jy dit begin because ons maats het mos gegaan en dan doen hulle 'n ding. But for you to do it like, because now enter jy a male dominant world. And I needed to find out every little thing. I did my research. Ek het begin te workshops loop. Ek het begin te research doen. I did online classes to equip myself in this business world, because with technology, you know, you talk to people and you get people that's funny because mense wil nie vir jou alles sê nie. But my journey started with that. And so I did my research, and once I found my basis, and I thank God, then Frank Julies, he stepped out and he asked me if he could be my mentor. En toe hy ook vir my 'n bietjie directions gegee hoe om te werk te gaan, you know, en ook vir my guidelines gegee. En in the pad van yourself is like you need to know what it is that you want. Sometimes we dream about doing stuff, like jy droom van die idea, but then you get dreamers that keeps on dreaming. En ek sien jy iemand anders te doen jou idea, want jy het nog altyd gedroom. En jy droom nog altyd. It's like, and one thing that I found very profound is that I started with what I had. Ek het net met 2 bags begin. And I started promoting those bags. Till it expanded to a whole range. Till it expanded to a color range. En ek kan 'n klompie ander goede kan ek daarbey geadd het. But yeah, that is basically what my journey begin het. Ek het basically begin te research doen wat ek wil doen in die legal way begin te uitvind. But ek het myself as ek koop deur die COVID om te wil uitvind exactly wat dit is om die besigheid te begin.
Is daar jy het 'n mentor gekry? Is daar maybe tips van waar mens die mentors kan kry? Jy het iets genoem soos young people at work.
Ek met young people at work, Frank het eintlik basically hy het hulle nog nie die program nie. Hulle het nog nie die program vir mentoring program gehad nie. Die program het begin
Okay.
toe ons begin met die workshops. Ek dink ek het vir die jaar in Maart toe ek sommer 'n business workshop gehou. Net voor die lockdown begin het. Toe ek begin 'n
Okay.
workshop hou for women in business. And I got phenomenal women that has just got onto the wagon and elke vrou was uniek want een kan oor finances gepraat het, die ander een kan oor Letitia het oor e-commerce gepraat, Riva het gepraat oor SaaS. So they explained to the people in detail what they needed to know. En toe Frank vir my uitgereik en hy het begin ook vir my help met die mentoring program that we actually started a mentoring program by doing workshops, and from the workshops vat ons van die participants wat klaar registered businesses is, wat miskien klaar goed doen of die wat miskien sukkel, ons het 'n mengelmoes van mense because everybody is not on the same pace or level.
Mm. Mm. Okay. So as 'n mens is wat miskien dink aan die direction en hulle weet nie omtrent waant om te gaan nie, dan is daar julle page wat hulle kan na toe gaan van julle doen workshops te daai.
Ons het
Okay.
workshops wat ons
So
dan
for those watching, that is
for business. And we also got the women's page, like especially for women in business. We've got a support hub, like a female entrepreneurial support hub, so where they can tap in and they can like whatever they need. And there's a lot of sê vroue van enige iets wat jy wil vra wat jy sukkel in jou besigheid in, jy kan daarop gaan. And then young people at work, they've got a page for young people at work's business page where people can actually hulle kan hulle businesses advertise and almal daai. And in general then I just yeah.
Okay, so ek sal hulle page soek and then I will also put that on. Okay, so we have now established it's easier vir jou om mentor te kry om dan te gaan. En dit is nie net van 'n idee nie, dit is van begin met iets en begin met goed wat jy het al klaar en begin jou besigheid, right?
Ek sal sê baie kere, ek dink die grootste probleem met mense in die algemeen is dat geld is altyd 'n issue. Hulle gaan vir sê hulle het space en dit gaan altyd 'n issue is, geld en space. Maar wat ek vir mense wil sê vanaand is, what start with what you have. As jy miskien maak byvoorbeeld jy wil nou scarves verkoop. What I've also learned on my journey is that mense sê net jou hele suppliers is nie. But once you establish your platform begin te, dan is like goed te gaan net op, jy kry dit in connection and have a network. If you don't find a mentor, have a network. Start building around with people and it's like ek het eendag kom leer met die workshops wat ek kom doen het, is dat get a network, and with that network jy raak eintlik vriende met business people in general. If it's small, if it's big, a business is a business.
Nee, ek hoor vir jou definitief so surround jou met sekere mense wat dieselfde language praat en dieselfde taal praat as jy nou, want jou mental is nou different van die mense wat net dink aan laat ons survive tipe ding.
Yes. En dis wat baie mense ek sal sê dis wat baie mense doen is dat hulle begin in don't just be on the survival stage of starting a business just because you feel like okay, ek gaan nou 'n business begin, but there's a very big difference between being an entrepreneur and being self-employed. En baie keer het mense hulle die small definition het hulle nie daarvan die begrip daarvan nie. En so en soos jy nou vroeër genoem het, is dat sit veel met mense wat dieselfde taal met van soos jy praat, like every Tuesday I post businesses like it's nobody's business. And what I've done by doing that, I see that other people also start promoting people's businesses. And for me, it is like that is what we want. Because why? Ons small business is like die ander mense is klaar established. So if we can promote each other and we can grow together, then you work in your network. You don't have to work outside of your network.
Ja, het is definitief so. So baie kere wanneer ons 'n besigheid begin, especially like nou in die tyd was nou as met
Ja,
COVID, ons is so in need vir
ja,
die geld that you almost don't want to promote another business because hulle gaan jou besigheid vat. But if you
mm,
kind of change your mindset of ons is almal in die storie en ons
mhm,
moet as ons mekaar begin share en promote en so aan, dan
mhm.
everyone kind of benefits from it, tipe
Ja,
situasie. Okay, so ek het die vision, nee. Ek
ja,
het nou vir my mentor, ek het my networking reg gekry, ek praat met die regte mense.
ja,
Wat is die ander goed wat ek vir my begin moet train in? Because sê maar ek is 'n persoon in financing nie.
mhm.
Ek praat nog net met die mense nie, maar hulle wil nog nie vir my lekker wat is die basiese goede wat ek moet begin reg kry vir my besigheid.
Ja, wat ek sal sê, wat jy moet doen, nê, is probeer om jou besigheid te register. Punt nommer 1. Punt nommer 2 is dat as jy kan, probeer om het om 'n banking account oop te maak. Dis een ding wat ek kom leer het. Separate van jou eie personal banking account. Want wat mense geneig is dat nou het jy die een account en dis die grootste mistake wat baie mense maak. A lot of business people that's going to business, that's one of the biggest mistakes that we do. It's like we don't open up a banking account in the business name. So try om 'n business account oop te maak en dan in dieselfde tyd in, then all the money goes into your business so that you can have a track record. If you need to do an annual report, say if somebody needs to see, but you have actually a financial record that I can see that your company is actually, so that I can see if there's a cash flow. Then you've got that and you've established en so kan jy track hou wat inkom en wat uitgaan. So dit is een van die goede wat baie belangrik is en dit is ook belangrik om stok te vat van wat jy inkoop en wat jy uitgee. Dis een ding wat ek kom leer het by Frank Julius en by young people, sê by die Franse groep ook en by die young people is dat hou rekord van elke ding wat jy doen. Dit maak nie saak hoe klein dit is nie. Elke dingetjie tel vir alles wat by geld kom en as dit geld kom by enige iets.
So keep record. Is
Ja.
dat wat het nou is dit okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sê maar ek begin nou 'n besigheid en ek wil miskien koppies maak, né?
Ja.
Customized cups. En nou het ek nou my besigheid geregister, en ek het my bank account.
Ja.
Hoe is daar dan 'n proses waar ek nou sê maar R100 in die account moet eers insit, want as jy mos nou begin gee meer uit as wat jy inkry. So hoe manage, wat doen jy daar? Hoe begin jy daar?
Ek dink baie mense maak hulle accounts, hulle business accounts op by FNB. Ek dink hulle vra sê van R80 op tot R150. Die low plan kan jy begin te solank jy jou account, jou rekening oopmaak. En that's it about it. En wat die ander probleem wat mense ook maak is dat hulle begin hulle bank statements trek. FNB charge you vir dit. Hulle charge jou baie geld as jy jou statement voor die tyd begin te trek. Maar as jy wag tot sê die einde van die maand en dan stuur hulle vir jou hulle e-mail vir jou elke maand jou business, like sê jou statement en dan kan jou statement daarvan aan daar werk as jou geld alles daar inkom, depending hoe jy mos nou rekord hou en hoeveel stok jy verkoop, dan kan al die geld in daai rekening in.
Okay. En jy sê jy begin met 2 bags, nee? Is dit dan want baie kere dink mense jy moet like stok koop, so jy moet like sê maar like 10 koppies hê, want ek gaan nou mos nou besigheid maak. Hoe werk daai? Hoe werk dit wanneer dit kom by dit, of is dit eerste waar jy gaan maak het en jy sien mense is like interesseer voor jy begin op?
Yes, dis reg. Jy kyk jy maak dit en die probleem wat al baie mense ook maak is dat daai sê daai authenticity wat hulle nie alles net vir hulle selfs reël hou nie. Nou copy jy iemand se hele produk. En nou trademark mense hulle produkte. It's like wie's uniek, né? Daar's baie koppies wat jy kan maak, maar maak iets verskillend. You know? So wie's uniek of be authentic in what you do. And also have integrity in business, wat jy nou net mense almal se idees en goeie steel nie. En soos ek gesê het, ek het begin met die bags. Maar ek het ook geweet ek gaan nie onmiddellik 'n klompie geld maak nie. Ek het eers 'n platform vir my geskep. Nou moet hulle ook vir hulle maak vir like nou is die social media ons almal werk van die social media platforms af. Maak vir jou account op. Ek het verlede jaar het ek begin om vir my 'n account oop te maak op Facebook, die Brown Girl Kreations. En up to as ek nou na die page kyk, is unbelievable in net 'n bietjie oor 'n jaar en dis oor 11,000 mense wat Brown Girl Kreations se page volg en ja, jy maak op jou page and every now and then you have promotions, you know, en die een ding wat ek ook kom leer het, collaborate. There's absolutely nothing wrong to collaborate with people. But mense voel altyd it's almost like they are threatened when it comes to collaboration. And I'm collaborating with phenomenal women, like the Natural Beauty Squad. I'm one of the co-founders, but when I look, it's a lot of entrepreneurs. It's like Letitia from Sheer by Design, it's Riva from Call Me for Codes, it's Lynn from Peaky Craft, Abby from Putterkop Goose, and Kimmy from Kim in Motions. We're all unique and we support each other. En ons almal werk saam because ons almal is goed in ons eie tred wat ons doen. And we're not intimidated. Maar dis die probleem wat ek nou probeer met Brown Girl Kreations. I'm trying to break that barrier. Where I'm telling women we don't have to be in competition. Dis mos nou oudtyds man. Wie doen nog dit? Ons doen nie meer dit nie. Ons moet mos nou lekker same. So dis een van die barriers wat ek elke week dat ek mense besig te promote. And I want women to see, you know what, I don't have to see you as a threat. I can actually work with you.
Good tip, yes. So tip there is find your mentor, kry jou bank account, register, kry jou circle reg, and also celebrate other people that is in the same small business space because hulle gaan vir jou promote, jy promote vir hulle en so bly die besigheid.
That's right.
It keeps going.
That's right. Yes.
Okay, so we need to then obviously do a lot of promotions on your Facebook page. And is it like giveaways what the men doen? Or what?
You don't have to always have a lot of giveaways. I don't also have a lot of giveaways. Ek dink die jaar wat die besigheid 'n jaar was nou in January maand. For that month alone, then I had giveaways. And because of the amount of people that I had on my page that actually supported me. And een ding wat ek kom leer het in besigheid is, you have to be consistent. Be determined in what you do. Be a person of integrity. And most of all, you know what? Die mense wat jy actually met deel jou customers, you know what? Dis mense wat eintlik jou besigheid support. It's like ek het mense wat vir my constantly support. If I look back, I have people that message me and say for me, you know what, it doesn't even matter what bag just make up an order. And I have a lot of them that just says make up an order and I just wanna bless your business just because for no other reason.
Yeah, no, definitely that is. Yeah. So keep your network and also celebrate yourself. When it comes to pricing, when ek dink baie kere is ons dis wel 'n groot fout met pricing. Want jy wil nie te min vra nie, jy wil nie te veel vra nie. Hoe doen mense dit? Wat doen jy daar?
It is basically jy moet ek hang wat jou produk is, nê? So jy moet gaan maak voordat jy gaan kyk hoeveel kos die fabric. You're going to check on how much every little thing costs and you take it from there. Then you do a whole breakdown as to what, but you also have to do a value proposition. Wat is die hoeveel jy uitgee, hoeveel jy inkom en jy kyk en jy het 'n hele breakdown. Hoekom jy ook die produk maak dit vir jou geld of gaan dit vir jou geld inbring nie? You know, so you have to have a breakdown of every little thing as I said earlier. Once you've got that whole value proposition en jy het die hele marketing besigheid uitgecheck al, then you can take it from there. En dan begin jy jou totals maak.
Okay.
Sorry, en die ander ding wat mense ook moet doen, sommige kere wil mense baie duur vra vir goede, but then we don't give out quality. It's very important then when people talk about your product that they know that your product is basically say something that's that is quality. So when you give out something, net omdat jy voel nee, ek raak my clientele gaan nou op, nee, dit is reg nou. You need to stay with your quality. You cannot go down.
mm,
because that is the mere reason why you actually got people on your side, because based off the quality that you give and of the service that you give them. So nou jy kry mense wat sky high vra vir sekere goed, and sometimes it's nothing wrong if you know that whatever you give out you can actually charge them. But I make sure
mm,
whatever I do that I try my best that I give my clients die value van die geld, en ook dat ek vir hulle die service daarbey gee. And the other thing that people is also scared, if you do experience problems in your business, whatever it is with your supply or whatever the case might be open with your clients. Tell them, because they understand. Because if they are loyal and they follow you on your journey, they would understand. Net ek sê elke client gaat so as sê, but yeah, people follow your journey.
mm. I have one question for you. It
Mm?
says, how important is branding for your business?
I think branding is very important because what makes your business different from other businesses? What is the wow factor in your business that people keep on coming back to you? So, like with Brown Girl, I've made the bold statements, meaning it's bold, it's out there, het praat met jou. So, ek sê altyd vir mense, vir wat
Mm,
staan jou product voor? Wat is jou brand? And when you start a brand, you must know the difference of starting a brand, or you just want to just do a normal thing. Wil jy maar net klere verkoop, of wil jy nou net jou penny balloonies verkoop? You know? So you need to
mm,
know what it is that
mm.
you're actually doing. So I would say branding is
Is
very
that where the
important for your business, especially when you want to start a. I would say if
yeah
you want to start a
is
brand, that is if you want to go into branding.
okay, but
Yeah.
it's okay a difference between like ek wil net 'n small business manager is like miskien ek het 'n huiswinkel, tel die reg vir my nie, of ek wil die ding like
Yeah.
you brown grey wanneer iemand praat oor Brown Girl Kreations, ons weet waaroor dit gaan oor die bags, dit gaan oor die earrings,
Yes.
meestal oor die bags.
That is
So
the
it's really it's
brand.
like a
That's the brand.
yes. So if it's not your thing, then it's jou vir regtig oor te worry nie.
Yeah, so ek sal sê baie mense, people sometimes like I think I've watched a video clip, hey, in verlede week het ons gegaan op 'n site inspection, and this man he mentioned Colin Durries, he mentioned something so profound. En hy sê baie kere dan wil mense besigheid begin. Maar dan moet jy jouself eens vra, wil ek self-employed is? Because that means you are always there, you cannot step away from your business. And now many of us find ourselves there. But you know your business kan verlaat nie, want as iemand anders te nie. But this is the thing. That is being self-employed. That means daar's niemand anders te wat vir jou help, jy weet dag en nag. Because being an entrepreneur, jy werk lang ure. Daar's daar wat jy nooit geld maak nie. And people don't tell you that when you start your journey. They don't tell you that you won't spend time with your family. They don't tell you that you will be working long hours. They don't tell you that you're actually gonna work, you're gonna have sleepless nights. And then net om uit te vind hoe move ek vorentoe, met watter creative idea kan ek na vore kom. So you think about all of that stuff. But being an entrepreneur is where you can actually, at the end of the day, when your business is a little bit established, where you can get people in. En daar kan jy sê, okay, ek wil hê jy moet vir my help. If it managing is, say the social media, or just help me with start doing my admin work. Because now you start delegating, it's almost like jy a vegetable garden, and in that vegetable garden, once it starts growing, you need to get more people in. And by that doing
Mm,
that, you can move away and you can chase maar net die source wat dit kyk versorg dat alles regloop. So there is a
mm.
difference of being an entrepreneur and being self-employed. So people need to establish where it is that they are in life, so that your mindset will shift once you know where you are and what it is that you want out of life.
Interessant. Ons het gou nog 'n vraagie. As an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, can you get demotivated at times? And what keeps you motivated to continue?
Oh, of course, you do get motivated. I sometimes get motivated because sometimes it gets all too overwhelmed. I think in the beginning I had a very big problem where I didn't have a support system, where you have to do everything your own self, and it's quite tiring. And but yeah, it's how you feel today. You go and sleep on it, and tomorrow morning when you wake up, start making notes. I make notes what makes me feel the way that I feel. sit ek in die kas se deur of sit op die grond en as daar wat ek soms huil, dink ek wat het ek nou verkeerd gedoen, gaan ek gewoon net dink gou. But I go back and I have a track record because being an entrepreneur sometimes it can become overwhelming and you can become but you have to have discipline. And I think once you find the discipline in that, why you started what you've started, en dan gaan jy maar net weer aan. As long as you don't quit, you keep on moving forward.
Ja, as slag move ook vorentoe, as net 'n bietjie stadiger my move. Compared to reactie, maar ek kom ook waar jy moet kom.
That's right.
So solank jy nie ophou nie, dink ek jy is op 'n goeie track en I think like you mentioned is get your support structure or support system also sorted out because met daai mense kan jy wend met jou normal family as jy besigheid het. Hulle gaan nie verstaan die issues en almal daai challenges hê. So you're not really going to get the help that you need. But as jy met 'n nog 'n entrepreneur praat, hulle praat nou dieselfde taal, so hulle kan wend met mekaar.
So that's why you're doing your networking. So once you network and you start belonging to, that's reg.
So definitely get your support structure sorted out, and then and also
that's right.
I think wat mense maak is it's fine om soms demotivated te raak, even as jy net raak demotivated at times.
Yes.
So it is okay.
Yes.
Ek dink baie keer maak ons daai feeling asof jy mag nie so voel. It's okay to feel that way as long as you now don't, vir 'n dag en dan oor 'n maand is dit nog altyd so. Die in a way wees waar jy yourself kind of uitruk uit. But it's okay if you feel that way. I think that is the thing, that it is okay to feel that way. See a ding van, you can never feel down nie. Ons het gewoon net so Vanessa verloor, maar terwyl sy opkom, we have a few pages that you can go on and go visit. As she said, you can go visit her Brown Girl Kreations page. On there you will see what she is doing. And also on there, you will also see her different connections or different teams that she has. So you can also network with her from there onwards. And then there is the young people at work page. Let me just put that on. Hulle provide work via mentoring. And you can also, as you mentioned, you can also use the young people at work page to so that is all that you that is things that you can do by going on the Brown Girl
Kreations
and going on the young people at work page as well. If you go onto that, there's a nice you will find a lot of help on there. So Vanessa is terug met ons. We just lost this minute.
Yeah.
But ek het nou net vir hulle explain dat hulle kan op jou page kan gaan, want daar's baie help daar met mentoring and also your other connections that you have on there will be on your page.
They can go,
and the young people at work.
The name of the other page is basically the female entrepreneur support hub.
Okay, I'm just looking for that. Okay.
Yeah.
So terwyl ek soek vir dit,
it's a group.
You kind of shared with us some of the challenges, né? Wat is goeie dinge van or the lessons that you learned with being an entrepreneur? What is the positive things? Because also in 'n COVID tyd, daar is nie baie werkie. We kind of want to get people into this thing of doing it for themselves. Is daar lessons wat jy miskien geleer het of tips that can get people into, you can do this for yourself?
Yes, definitely you can do this for yourself. I mean, once you have you as I said now, you make connections with different people, and once your product is out there, die positive ding is die jy het 'n netwerk. Die netwerk raak al groter. Dit is hoe determined jy
Mm,
is. So if you are determined to connect with greatness, I always put myself on where I meet people. Nie net omdat ek voel, oh nee, ek moet met hy persoon connect nie. No. I need to see is if this person is if that person is in my circle, can I actually grow?
mm,
And can that person learn from me? Want baie kere dat dink ons kan nie dit doen nie of nee, maar daar's baie positiewe in running a business because you learn so much. As ek kyk na wat ek in verlede jaar was and during the COVID period, I've equipped myself so much. And when I talk to people, I'm sometimes amazed at myself waar ek begin het en waar ek nou is. Surprise ek myself elke dag. So jy kan daar's baie positiewe dinge. Jy leer, sê vir instance ek het nou die bags begin, maar ek het kom leer so baie dinge omtrent bags itself. En ja, so jy leer baie dinge, jy leer ander mense besigheid en jy kry it's like you're getting that understanding how other people also operate and how they do what they do. So you learn, it's a learning journey. You learn every single day. No one knows always too much. So jy kan altyd leer van iemand anders. And always try to see the positive side. Because I think now with all the negativity that's going on around us, is it so makkelijk it's like you're getting lost in your own world that it can actually it can actually your positive vibe can it actually dimmer.
Dit is die ware wat jy daar sê. En ek dink baie kere as mense in besigheid aangaan, is dit meer om die feit dat jy wil geld maak. And maybe
Yes.
we must trash that image. Hoe
Mm.
difficult is dit om eers om jou waarde te sien van die besigheid?
Yes. It is like it's also yes, it's like basis moet uitvind. It's almost like someone want to start a MPO. I'm just making an example. En die eerste ding wat hulle wil vra funding. Hoe begin ek met funding en hoe doen ek nou daai? You know, and you get people that's asking you that question. And sometimes it's the same question people ask you in business. It's like they have this idea and the only thing they can think about is like they're like so excited till they realize, see, my support system, my vriende en my familie support dan nou nie vir my nie. Hulle wil eens my page share nie. Hulle wil eens my page like nie. But you know what? The world is full of strangers and they're rooting for you. So I would say to people, you know what? Start with what you have and keep on doing from there. You take it every day, you learn and you take it a little bit further. And now with all the online courses that people is giving, you know, and it's for all age groups.
Mm.
Um, you get people like I've now the other day I've been like even though I don't sometimes need certain classes, I attend all these online classes so that I can equip myself. So when I talk to people, I also know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
So equip yourself daily. It's like it's as jy by die huis sit en jy sê, "Hey, daar's altyd iets om te doen." There's always something to do.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah,
is
no,
valuable.
definitely time is valuable. And it is a fact van you to say you need to be disciplined in what you're doing. Because ek dink daai meeste van die tyd vang jou because as 'n vrou ons het soveel
Mhm.
dinge wat ons moet doen. Ons moet die kos maak, as die kinders, daar is jouself, daar is
Yes.
en nou is er nog 'n besigheid that you must also
Mm.
account for. So a lot of times as women we underestimate that. I don't want to say it's easier for a man to do it, maar as hy het 'n
Mm.
workshop uitkom, gaan hy nie kom sukkel met wat gaan gemaak word vir kosie.
Mm.
That is as
Yeah.
women, that is what we need to do. So ons dink nou net ons lekker workshop gehou, nou dink ons,
Mm.
traffic want ons moet by die huis kom, ons moet die kinders gaan optel, ons gaan kos maak, ons moet gaan strek, ons nog almal daai goed te doen en vanaand 10 o'clock te doen met jou admin
Mm.
want dit moet nog gedoen word.
Yes.
So
And
as
I think in
it is a tough journey.
mm. And I also think women in like all the stuff that you just mentioned, women start losing themselves in that process. You get burned out because you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you just don't know where to go because you're totally burned out. And that you actually forget to actually take time out for yourself. And it is very important. You cannot drink from an empty cup. It is okay to stay motivated. It's okay to do whatever you want to do, but it will catch up with you. And it's very, very important that you need time out. Even if it's just 20 minutes a day. Al moet jy net 'n walk gaan vat. Even if you just have to read a book. Even if you have to just stay away from social media and just switch off totally and just make time for yourself. With me, I love reading. So I would love to, I'm reading a book or I would listen to music. Net dat kan sound play. Of ek
Mm.
sal 'n klompie meme sal ek share op Facebook. Al my goede. En sê my o, Here, jy het niks beter om te doen nie. But that is my time out at times because I know when I start a conversation with someone, I actually have to put everything down. It doesn't matter how you spend your time, make time. Even if it's just 10 minutes, 20 minutes, take time out for yourself. Al moet jy in die toilet gaan sit vir 20 minute en sluit hy deur. Al klop hulle moenie opmaak nie. Sit jou earphones in. You know, try to do something, but I think it's very important for us as women to actually take care of yourself because it can get overwhelmed, but it's very, very important not to lose focus on yourself because it's a business, as you said, it's a house that you're running the house. As the events what you moet doen, is the workshops, is whatever it is. Don't lose time out with yourself. It's very important that you have to check in with yourself if everything is okay. Al doen dit vandag ook probeer dit om in te check met yourself, met your well-being, because sometimes with all of these things that's happening around us, it does get overwhelmed. You do have a personal life, and that's why it's very important to take time out and make time for you. For you. I'm not for anybody, for you, for me. Make time for me. It's a me moment. Spending a quality time with you.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Ons het so nog gepraat oor mental health and that is exactly what we came down to, that you need to make time. Ons verstaan as baie guilt wat saam met daai kom en dit is maar net as gevolg van hoe ons lewe, waar dit gesê word 'n vrou moet alles doen en 'n vrou as jy jou kind net los vir 5 minute dan jy 'n goeie man en almal daai goed.
Yeah.
So we spoke about all of these things, but eventually that guilt will disappear. I do think
Yeah.
with maybe having a business, you also learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
Wie jy is, because as jy 'n introvert is, omdat jy met die besigheid manage, begin jy kind of 'n extrovert raak. Because
Yes.
jy moet nou saam 'n man praat en is
Yes.
verskillende kleure wat jy moet praat, ons is different colors en ons is different denkwenke wat jy experience, and so all of those managing people and hoe gaan ek nou die ding solve en hoe gaan ek daai ding solve is ook as draining is, but it also teaches you a lot about life. So
Yes, of course.
in essence, as om 'n besigheid te doen is like a whole journey that is happening while you do it.
Yeah.
Kom laat ons gewoon net, soos ons besig is om af te eindig. Dit is mos daarom nou vroue maand soos hulle sê. Wat beteken dit om 'n vrou te wees deesdae?
Ek sal sê we're living in the 21st century. So even though there's a lot of gender violence still going on, ek sal gedink dit hy sal verander oor jare. But what I love about women is that there's still a lot of us that still need to find our own identity. And that's okay, as long as you find your identity. And what I love now is that women actually got a voice. And for you having a voice, meaning that each individual, you as a woman, you are powerful. And just imagine if one woman individual is powerful, just imagine if there's a lot of them standing together. And that is what I love, is that if there's one power, if women just know how powerful they are and what they're capable of doing and know the worth and start knowing their identity, that I'm more than my circumstances and that ek kan oor my circumstances kom. Ek hoef nie om daai moenie vir my agterhou nie. Want baie kere dan hou jou past vir jou agter of waar jy nou vir jouself bevind, dit hou vir jou agter. Don't let that be. I know that is also part of your journey, but don't let that keep you behind, because you've got the voice now. And with that, you've got a community of women standing next to you that say that ek sal saam met jou staan. It's like that is like some sort of a sisterhood, a community of queendom. I call it queendom because woman needs to know that when you stand there, that I'm your keeper, that I will guide you and keep you from all sides. If it is taking you on your journey and on this journey you feel you want to let go of man, that's okay. As long as you find yourself on the spot and you know where you're going. So I would say to women, know your power, know that you are unique and that you are beautiful and that you are powerful. And remember, there's power inside of you. And when you connect to other great women, just imagine if all that power collaborate together. Dan weet ek nie, dan is dit 'n tipe dynamite wat gaan explode on the earth. So yeah, that is how I see women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot in us still that hasn't manifested yet.
Yes.
Maar ons is besig om op te bou. Ons is like 'n choo-choo trein. Ons is amper in motion. Ons is
Yeah.
ons is
Yes.
ons is amper op 'n full steam mode. Maar ons is daar.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely, and I think a lot of time with business, ons kyk baie na
Mm-hmm.
wat mans doen.
Mm-hmm.
En hoe hulle besigheid run, maar ons is uniek en ons moet dit aanvaar en
Yeah.
just be flexible with your business because ons dink
Yeah.
different. So stop comparing. En die ander ding is ook iets wat ek geleer het way back when ek in 'n workshop is, as iemand jou vra kan jy iets doen, sê net ja. Whether jy kan of
Yeah.
nie, jy sê ja
Mm.
en jy figure it out op your way.
Yeah.
Maar sê ja, because in that you teaching yourself a skill. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, who
Yeah,
to
exactly.
know that man jou besigheid groei dan.
Yes. Yes, no, of course, I totally agree with you. Maar ek sou sê moenie vir jou compare met die mansmenswêreld nie. So jy nog gesê mans dink totaal en al verskillend van ons. But who knows that women we rule the world. Ons kom vir hulle. We are busy entering those places that they told us we cannot enter. We're sitting at seats that they tell us we cannot sit at. So ons ideas, hulle gaan een van hulle maak, hulle maak 'n klaar gebruik van ons ideas met hoe die way het ons goed te doen. So yes, we running the world. So hulle moet uitkyk vir ons.
Ja, definitief. Definitief. Okay. So ek het gesê ek gaan vir tyd gee. So we're gonna do a bit about your businesses, want ek weet daar is baie. And then we also want to see the bags, definitely. So you can maybe just tell us a bit what Brown Girl Kreations is all about in basically bags and the other businesses as well. So if there's people and they want to connect, they know who to connect with and how to connect with you.
Okay, yeah, sure. We just quickly just grab the bags here, put it all aside because my helper het besluit sy wil nie meer vir my help nie. So yeah, so Brown Girl Kreations basically it's bold statement bags. So it's bold statement bags that I make. It's basically to invite. It's like basically having a conversation with women, and I am inviting them on a journey because it's like vroeër gesê het dat baie kere weet vrouens nie hoe om te sê want kyk so as jy groot op die Cape Flats. Mense het nog nie vir jou geaanvaar as jy na 'n wedding toe gaan en jy kom met 'n bossie kop. Kan sê hulle, "Here, maar jy kan mos iets gedoen het met jou hare." They don't fully embrace that. If you grow up on the Cape Flats, hulle embrace nog nie dat. Is nog nie daar uit jou, is nog steeds daar, my suster. Dieselfde as jy klere aantrek en jy's 'n bietjie curvy. En sê hulle, "Weet jy wat sien wat dit sê aan, maar sy kan mos vir reg aangetrek het." So basically what this bags, it is bold statement. It sê vir jou kroeskop. You know, I don't know if the people can actually see.
Yes. Kroeskop, so what?
So ja, ek sê kroeskop, so what? En dan sê ek en ek praat ook met 'n independent vrou om vir haar te sê ek gaan nie vir jou verby nie. Ek sien vir jou where I'm saying I'm the girl.
Oh, lekker joy.
Ja. En dan praat ek ook met die boss woman. Want ek weet nou met vroue nowadays, you know what? Vrouens is soms 'n bietjie single moms of jy kry single vrouens en dan cross question mense vir die laaste ding wat mense weet nie hoe hard het jy gewerk nie. Jy het gaan study miskien of jy het miskien 'n nice job gekry. En dan sê hulle weet kyk hier vas die ding sê no, you are a boss woman. You call yourself boss woman because jy is daai meisie. You know?
Yeah.
And then I told also yes. And then I talk to the curvy woman to tell women
Mm-hmm.
to embrace their curves, embrace
Oh, het is vir Vanessa verloor?
where I say embrace my
Okay,
curves. This is
okay,
my color range.
okay, okay.
See,
By,
can you see? So this is the color.
ons
Can
het
you
nie
see?
daai gesê. Oh, okay. Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
that one. And then I have say for people
Ooh.
that I embrace every woman. I embrace every woman. You need to know
Oh,
if you wherever you are, if it's yes, I've got this bag. Sometimes we've got people that maybe that did the big job or they go through cancer. I'm telling women I
mm,
see you and I acknowledge you and I celebrate you. So that is part of my bags where I tell women I see you, I acknowledge you, and I celebrate you on your journey. And then I have
mm.
my bossy cup.
Oh my word. Oh, so cute. I need one of those bags though. Ek moet nog
Yes,
een
and
kry.
yes, so I only brought in a few and then I have hoe kan ons nou dit wil vergeet? Ons embrace ons goma hare ook mos maar.
Oh my word. My daughter needs one of those.
Yes. So that's why I said the bag's got bold statements. So
Mhm.
ja, dat jy mos of iemand sit jou koerskop of jou goma hare dan raak hulle mos kwaad. Maar ons raak nie meer kwaad ja, lekker. Ons embrace nou die koerskoppe. En as jy help nodig het, dan gaan jy net
Mm.
aan Timona toe en na Esther toe en hulle gaan jou verder guide hoe jy op die koers journey moet gaan. Hulle gee vir jou 'n lekker rigting. So you don't have no more excuse. We've got different movements, but this bag is just helping you on your journey. Ek vat jou op die pad. Ek sit jou op die pad met die bag. So jy hoef jy op
Yeah,
scam te
that's
wees.
definitely nice.
So yes. Mm. And
Ja.
then
Ik,
these bags
ik
actually
moet
comes
in
with the
bus en die
personalized
calabash.
earrings.
Ik kan nog
So
geen calabash
jy het 'n
eten.
hele outfit het jy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
mensen,
yeah,
wat
so as I
wij
said,
ook,
the bags come with
you know,
yes.
yes. Ik zet gewoon net weer details op voor die
Yeah.
bags.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so that is Brown Girl Kreations. Is daai nou en die ander
That's right.
twee?
So well dan is ek 'n co-founder van die Natural Beauty Squad. En baie kere dan mense dink net is maar net 'n normal squad wat ons mee besig is. Ons praat oor beauty, but ons het 'n baie groot hair festival ook en wat ons het wat afkom. En met die Natural Beauty Squad, ons is vroumense wat almal gecollaborate het wat in business is.
Hmm.
That's why I tell people it's good to collaborate with other women
Mhm. Okay.
En met daai het ons sê in die home, the girls in the home with regards to the go and mense was hier so daai jare wat ons opgegroei het om vir
Mhm.
ons te sê how to embrace your hair and how to embrace yourself en hoe om bullying te stop. So we educate them about bullying. So we bring it across. Ons bring ook die gender violence, ons bring dit across en ons educate ons meisiekinders omtrent dit want dit is baie belangrik dat hulle ook dit moet weet. En dan doen ons ook die business workshops same. Dit is die Natural Beauty Squad. So ons doen verskillende projects doen ons same en dan is dit obviously nou die baie groot festival wat nou af gaan kom in Oktober maand. So we are busy also with that. And where we celebrate women
Okay.
with not
So
just women but men also. To, yeah, yeah,
nee, ga maar aan.
yeah. So basically wat ons dan doen, ons kry almal die verskillende mense in ook op 'n panel say vir die hair festival where they can also educate people and have different influences. We've got a lot of other different stuff that we're having planning for the festival itself. But yeah, met the Natural Beauty Squad, we've got different projects that we run through the beauty squad, where we can tell people to be beautiful. You can be beautiful, naturally beautiful, and you can also embrace your natural texture hair, because ons almal het mos verskillende textures. Of jy nou dreads het, en of jy nou grys kop het, en of jy weet waar jy is, suster. Jy kan jouself net 'n bietjie invat en 'n bietjie inloer en ons sit jou op die pad. So yeah.
Okay. Is baie mense wat sê hulle moet carry bags. So definitief daar gaan nog orders deurkom. En dan yeah, you said you work with young people at work as well.
Yes, with young people. Yeah, with young people at work. With Frank Julius being my mentor. It is ek ook met hom in partnership. Ek is een van hulle die business mentoring. Ek is een van die coordinators wat saam met Frank Julius werk om die coordinating van die business. We run the business workshops, and from there we have participants that we select to go onto the mentoring program. So we actually mentor people on the business journey. Ons doen dit van scratch af om te kyk wat dit is om vir hulle fully te inkoop. And we also run various workshops. We also get different speakers in. En ons vat vir hulle op site visits. And we also check where they are on their journey, because baie kere almal is op verskillende paaie. Daar's miskien wat fully established businesses het, but they just don't know how to go about it. And then we just give them guidelines. So ons het die mentoring program where we just help them with whatever it is that they need to know in business. So if technology,
because
technology, I know there's no age group.
Okay.
So yeah, but what we do, however,
so anyone,
but what we do prefer is for people that's already in business, so that we can guide you from there. Because baie kere dan het mense, soos ek vroeër gesê het, they must still start something. So your business must be already established. So then we take you from there, and then we guide you on our mentoring program. And with the mentoring program, there's a lot of other doors that we also open up for you.
Okay. You also a part of?
I didn't hear that.
You said you're part of an MPO as well?
Oh yes. I basically say with Brown Girl Kreations, I've also got the BGKU development. So the BGKU development is basically where I also do outreach programs in the community itself. Where I'm having a feeding scheme. I've done rural areas where I take clothes to the rural areas, food. Say I've collected, I had a pad drive where I also do pads, and I take it into the rural areas, because baie kere dan vergeet ons om uit te reik na die rural areas toe. So I did that for this year. And then basically say various trainings and stuff. So, and also, like as I said, say doing outreach work in the different homes where we educate them about their hair. We done business workshops, and say the mentoring program is daar. So die BGKU development is daar various programs and trainings wat daar loop. En ook wat ons die ou mense, die pensioners, every now and then when we go in there, and I go and feed our organization, go and feed the old people, but we're very much involved in the youth itself also.
Okay. So BGK is more MPO related?
Yeah, it's the MPC basically. It's the MPC. Can you hear me? Yeah,
yes, I can.
The BGKU development. Yeah, it is a MPC. So basically, we run our various projects and stuff through the MPO, through the MPC, and also now what we're busy with, we are busy now with the JAR jar of hope, because sometimes when we do our
Okay.
feeding scheme, we also find that there's a lot of people that once you give them the food to eat, but then there's nothing tomorrow.
Mm,
So now
mm,
I'm doing like where I'm collecting maize meal and I'm vat ek miskien goedjies as ek alles daarby, and then I have the jar of hope where people put like soup ingredients in, and then what I do, I'm busy collecting quite a few of it, the empty jars, and some people
mm.
fill it up for me, and then I'm handing it out into our communities, because I
Okay.
think with the COVID, our government basically they hulle het niks plan gemaak vir die sektor nie. En ons mense ly verskriklik honger. And I
Mm,
feel that, and I'm also part of the group called Frasa. Frasa is the food
mhm,
Relief Alliances of South Africa. So hulle is 'n groep wat jy 'n klompie workshops doen
okay.
vir jou MPO of your NGO of your MPC. You do all your various workshops and they equip you of all the details that you need to know. And yes, so Frasa is actually very it's a big organization with a lot of it's Amsterdam umbrella met 'n klompie verskillende NGO's, NPO's onder daai groot umbrella en hulle netwerk onder
Mm.
mekaar.
Okay, okay. Ek get it, ja. Okay,
Ja,
so okay, ek sal net of weer net so like a nutshell doen van wat is alles. But as we busy
ja.
ending of, is there any pearl of wisdom you want to leave us with?
Sorry? The?
As pearls of wisdom, miskien laaste statement vir vroue of vir enige een
Oh, okay.
vir just ending of the interview?
Oh, okay. I would tell women now, you know what, the biggest risk in life is not to take a risk. Take a risk. Do whatever you need to do. Sometimes you are too long in survival mode. Is that you need to actually get out of there. Kick yourself out of your comfort zone. Take a risk. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, so what? At least you have tried. So, and I will tell them, you know what? Everything is inside of you. Sometimes gaan kyk ons daar buitekant en ons soek almal die verskillende role models. Iemand het eendag vir my gevra wie is my grootste rolmodel. Ek sê altyd my ma is my grootste rolmodel. And I look up to her because I come out of a very big family. And then people ask me, besides your mom, who is the role model? En mense kyk altyd na groot celebrities as hulle dink aan role models. Ek sê nee,
Mm,
kyk jy ook na die celebrities, hulle is daar, maar elke vrou
mm,
wat enige iets gesurvive het and you've overcome and you're still standing, you are my role model. I look up to you and I salute you, and I make sure on my journey that I celebrate you and I acknowledge you wherever I go. So I want to tell women that again, you are powerful. Find your identity. Take risk in life. You know, the biggest risk in life is not to get the risk. Come get out of that survival mode. Maybe you are there for too long, and maybe you're waiting for things to happen. En goed te gebeur nie altyd nie. So jy wil hê dit moet gebeur nie, because life happens. And sometimes
mm,
when life happens, it sometimes brings you to your knees. Because I've been there and I've know ek het nie daaroor gepraat van ons vanaand praat ons oor business. But
mm.
life can sometimes bring you and you will hit rock bottom. But don't stay at rock bottom. Life is more. You are more. Jy's meer as wat net en baie kere moenie te laag van jouself dink nie. Because daar's mense daar buitekant wat vir jou roet and you don't even know that you are somebody's inspiration of getting up every morning. So yeah, be yourself and do what you. En moet ook nie 'n copycat is nie. Kanala asseblief. Because sometimes well ons te veel ander mense copycat. Just be who you are, so that people can get to know the real person. So the day when you want to be real, they can deal with your realness. Maar as jy nou altyd die fake gaan opcover elke slag, then they have to deal with the fake person and not with the real you. Be you, and if the right people will get to know you, and they will get onto your journey, they will follow you. So yeah, that is just my little encouragement to women, is that every woman can be your role model. It is just what you is how you see life and how you on in hoe jy die lewe aanvaar en hoe jy goed te sien in die lewe in. En soos ek gesê dat ja, jy kan iemand se grootste rolmodel is sonder dat jy dit weet. Just keep on inspiring, keep on being yourself. Take risk in life and just do you, boo.
Well, daar het julle nog gehoor. Ek hoop julle is inspired om besighede te begin en so aan te. Um, Tonight again, it was a very interesting journey. Ons het weer eens nog 'n phenomenal vrou gehad op ons interview stage vanaand. And like we said when we started off this interview, for the month of August, we are trying to do the impossible by interviewing an amazing woman every day about talking about their journey and what they're going through, whether it be disabled, whether it be a single mom, whether it be a person that went through cancer, and just celebrating women the same way Vanessa is celebrating women through her bags and making that bold statement. We are out here and saying that any woman can be a role model. En baie kere as 'n mens interview wil ons mos na die famous mense interview, né? But then it's people like Vanessa and Soraya and all of these other women that has been on our interviewing list for the past 2 weeks that leaves you with a pulse of wisdom because why they've been through the journey. They can tell you it's tough, but we made it. We have made it. So, Vanessa het vandag vir ons vertel hoe is dit om 'n besigheid te begin, what to do. She left a lot of tips. And then she also left her page that you can go on to if if you don't have that network yet or that support yet. Go onto her page, follow her. She has a lot of workshops that she does. That and people that she collaborates with is also on that page. So as you're skinny, you can go. You can promote your own business if you feel that way. You can also just connect. Ons het vanaand weer gehoor, jy gaan niks uitverloor as jy connect nie. A is vir almal in die pot. Al moet jy die brood uitlek onder met die kosie. Jy kry nog altyd van die kos. There is a natural beauty squad that is the collaboration that she's in, and also there it's a lot of women coming together. You will find your squad. You will find them in there. En dan is sy moes nog gesê sy het die BGK Youth Development, daai is nog meer op die MPO site waar hulle praat met die girls and encourage them about bullying and their hair and being kind to themselves. En as julle van daai mense is wat hou van kos maak, ek is nie een van hulle nie, and you like giving to the needy and all of those things, there is the Frasso group. It's a lot of collaboration again, and it's almal wat hulle praat een taal. So you can't expect to talk Afrikaans, maar jy wil saam met 'n groep mense praat wat Engels praat. Dan moet jy mos nou weer jou Engelse airtime gaan koop. So all these groups, you speak different languages and they help you just with what you need. So if you want to connect with Vanessa, say Kenny mense, she's going to hook you up. She will maybe even be so kind. Sy's baie kind, man. Sy's baie kind. Sy's baie kind. She will connect you up with the right people. So they can sing this clam in your beauty squad. So say our squad is thin. So talk to her and she will direct you. I mean, baie kere you're so lost that you don't want to start anything. But sy het weer vir ons vanaand geleer is that just start. Just start. Alles gaan inval waar dit moet inval. So again, tonight we want to say thank you to Vanessa. Thank you to the viewers that watch. Almal soek bags, Vanessa. So jy gaan baie orders kry vanaand. Ek soek ook 'n bag. Ek gaan ook my order nou insit vir nog 'n bag. So die bags gaan 10 wees. Ons is almal sexy like met die bags, mense. Ek sê ons weet net vir my as julle my sien in my bag, want julle gaan weet ons is connected in spirit. Ons is saam daar. So definitely, as mentioned, every night between 8 and 9, we interview a fabulous woman. And tomorrow night, we are talking about plus-size modeling, mense. Het kan gedoen word. Vanessa wys ons met haar bags. Curvy is beautiful. Môre praat ons met 'n curvy, beautiful lady. So ons is 10 ons is in een spirit, Vanessa. Ons is in een spirit. Praat ons môre oor die sexy curves. Praat ons oor môre. So definitely, every night we are trying to talk to a lady between 8 and 9 on the show, and just, a lot of times the statement in August is that you need to help another woman with their crown or fix their crown. And so every night we are telling you about the weight of different crowns that women are having on their head. So I hope you have a beautiful night. Slaap lekker, is koud mense hou mekaar warm. Die mense wat mense het om hulle warm te hou. And stay safe and stay sane. Goodbye.